Hello, I'm Jonasz Lewiński and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. And as always, battlefield update comes first. Overnight, Russia launched 39 drones over Ukraine. The country's air force said. In Pokrovsk, Russian strikes killed one person and wounded 6 others. According to local officials, Russian troops also attacked Kryvyi Rih, where 4 people were killed and 3 others were wounded. Now, on the front line, in the Belgorod region, Russian aerospace forces are using heavy missiles for strikes in border areas. A Russian military correspondent claims that the Ukrainians are making unsuccessful attempts to break through to their comrades surrounded in Demidovka. He also published a video of heavy missile hitting a dam near the village of Popovka, adding that arms, ammunition and reinforcements for the Ukrainian army were being transported across the dam. Moving to the Eastern Front now, the Russians are facing a logistical crisis prompted by Ukrainian drone dominance in the skies. Ukrainian military analytics project Deep State has placed the advance of Russian troops near Sribne on its map of the conflict. A Ukrainian serviceman wrote on Telegram that the Russian armed forces have fewer and fewer light vehicles at their disposal, meaning that they have been unable to provide the mobility necessary to break through Ukrainian defensive lines. Russian military experts have characterized the situation on the western flank of the Pokrovsk direction as, and I quote, evolving. According to reports, the Russian military is concluding its assault on Preobrazhenka, while the Ukrainians are trying to recapture Uspenivka and also conducting counterattacks near Udachne. In the southern Donetsk sector, Russian troops are preparing an offensive south of Constantinople to push closer to the Dnipro region. Now, we open today's episode with footage showing a day in the life of warriors who chose freedom over fear. Side by side with Ukrainian defenders, the Volat Battalion of the Kalinoўski Regiment stands firm against the enemy, proving that Belarusian resistance is alive and unbreakable. In September 2024, the Supreme Court of Belarus declared the regiment a terrorist organization with harsh consequences for its members and supporters. And despite this, the volunteers continue their mission, believing that their sacrifice will contribute to the overthrow of the authoritarian regime in Minsk and the restoration of democracy in Belarus.
Пацаны, иду! Не стреляйте, пацаны!
Да, пацаны, я вам не говорил, но Азов нас вчера похвалил.
Служим народу Украины!
Служим народу Украины.
Так есть.
О, пытается снять.
Валет, я рыба, одну в огонь.
СПГ! Быстро! Рыба, я балет, одна пошла.
Бача!
Наводитесь на бэку, там переходят и хочешь убить.
Геть з України, москальний, красивий, геть!
Сегодня накормим русских белорусскими почастунками.
Рыба, я балет, один бончик я.
А тим людям, які в білоруському війську, так само треба контакти на цьому баку, бо вони так само.
Так, вообще рядом, пацаны. Это близко? Очень близко, очень близко.
Пострел!
Так есть!
Ракету залетел?
And actually, these brave fighters are a major concern for Alexander Lukashenko. He doesn't know what might happen if they return, especially if his own army is to a large extent ornamental and not very mobilized. Now we're going to move on to another clip, this one showing a rare case of the Russian military striking its own infrastructure. A high-precision FAB-3000 aerial bomb hit a dam in the border village of Popovka in the Belgorod region, close to Ukraine. This is not the first instance of Russian friendly fire in this area, apparently. Previous incidents included accidental bomb and missile drops on Russian cities and villages. The FAB-3000 is a powerful high-explosive bomb. and its use in a civilian area could have serious consequences, including local flooding and damage to infrastructure. This event highlights ongoing logistical chaos and coordination failures within the Russian military. And as you saw, the blast was cataclysmic. You could clearly see the shockwave. And now imagine Russia is using these bombs against cities and villages, civilian targets in Ukraine. And when it is not hitting its own troops, these strikes can be really devastating. Now, moving on, and in this next clip, you'll be able to see a Russian FPV drone attempt to strike a Ukrainian Leopard 2A4 tank, but miss its target, hitting the road instead. The incident took place in the Donetsk region. This highlights both the increasing use of FPV drones on the battlefield and the challenges of precision targeting against heavily armored vehicles. The Leopard 2A4, a modernized German-made tank, has proven to be a resilient asset for Ukrainian forces, capable of withstanding various threats, including drone strikes. While UAVs have become a key tool in modern warfare, their effectiveness depends on operators' skill, environmental conditions, and defensive measures taken by the target. In this case, the tank remained unscathed, continuing its mission despite the attempted strike. And we close this episode with footage showing the aftermath of a strike on an airfield in Ivnia in the Belgorod Oblast, approximately 60 kilometers away from the Ukrainian border. The attack was carried out using M30A2 missiles from the HIMARS, which are equipped with tungsten ball payloads. As a result of the strike, 4 Russian Aerospace Forces helicopters suffered critical damage, 2 attack helicopters and 2 transport helicopters. The precision and effectiveness of the HIMARS system continues to play a crucial role in targeting enemy assets, further limiting Russia's mobility near the front lines.
Шестой керосин тоже льется по звуку. Так, разлет спереди. Да сейчас перезвоню, подождите. Где сама кассета, блядь? Керосин льется, блядь. Ебануться. А, ну прямой прилет. В жопу. Угу. Лопасть прошибла.
And so, this episode of Military Mind comes to a close. Next deployment at the same time tomorrow, and in the meantime, please stay with us here on TDP World.